Hi everyone, I'm Hayden Crawford and I'm a wellness coach and spiritual teacher specialising in colour therapy. Here is your Starseed Oracle reading for the first 2 weeks of February 2021. So I work with the colour mirrors, which is an amazingly advanced colour therapy system which dates back to Atlantis. Now, colour therapy is a soulful, holistic modality which identifies and releases any frozen emotions or stuck patterns or outdated beliefs so that you can live a life of more joy, love, and freedom. So, I'm going to be revealing to you your Starseed Oracle insights combined with the colour mirrors so you can know how to navigate the first 2 weeks of February with ease and grace. I'm going to be delivering a message from your ego, from your soul, and also a bridging energy as well, which will give you some advice and guidance on what you need to do. So first of all, we've got to look at the fact that we are in a universal year cycle 5, which is represented by Mercury in the colour mirror system, which is green over green. And this is about communication, freedom, change, and versatility. We also need to look at the fact that we are in a universal month cycle 7, which is Neptune, which is turquoise over turquoise in the colour mirror system. So this turquoise and green energy comes together for the whole of the month of February, actually. And this is very symbolic to the star system Arcturus, which is in the Boots constellation. It's an archaic star system. So the Arcturians are highly advanced spiritual beings of light, and they are very well equipped to deal with anything that relates to communication and telepathy. A lot of Arcturian starseeds, when they close their eyes, they can see sacred geometry, and they're here to teach their wisdom. They love nothing more than to be able to share that. So step one is I'd like you to connect up to your star family by holding your hand on your heart, okay? Your star family in Arcturus. Remember, we're all multi-dimensional beings of light, so we can connect up to any of these star systems, even if your soul doesn't originate from there. And then I want you to look up to the stars, and I want you to ask your Arcturian soul family for you to be able to understand, integrate, and anchor in the wisdom that they're going to be offering through for you today. Okay? So the first card that I drew, which is a message from your ego, it's the call of your ego, is actually this card here, and it's called the Void, and it's about stopping embracing winter and almost like going into the dark night of the soul. In the colour mirrors system, these two bottles represent this card. This is illumination and this one is faith. And it's actually only by going through the dark night of the soul that you can actually step back into faith. And it's really interesting because the void is a place that we all need to go into from time to time. It's where we go into the darkness, and we have to really then surrender into faith that whatever is happening during that dark time is going to be for our purposeful good. So we might not be able to necessarily see what's about to be made manifest in our lives, but we just have to have faith that that darkness will eventually pass and the light will come back in, and the things that you either want or don't want will then come into your life. So that's why it's really important to focus on the things that you do want during this void period, because it is the seat of all potential. It's where you kind of put the building blocks down together so that you can create all aspects in your life. Now, this refers to not only your own life, but the collective as well. So if you're watching this, it's because you're a starseed, you're a highly sensitive, intuitive being, and you're really here to be able to step into your power and help raise the vibration of the planet from 3D to 5D. It's new earth energies, and of course we're in Aquarius as well at the beginning of February, which again is more turquoise energy. It's the energy really of G28, which is called New Dawn, which is pale turquoise over clear. And that's really about activation of your 12-strand DNA. It's activating your light body, and it's helping you to move more into faith and flow within your life and really connect up to that beautiful Atlantean and Aquarian wisdom. Now, the Arcturians were part of the first beings of light that helped to seed humanity on the planet. So they brought in the Lemurians, the Atlanteans, and the whales and dolphins as well. So the Arcturians are really saying to you here that this is for your purposeful good. When you go into the void, you've got to embrace winter. Don't run away from it. We've got to learn to love our darkness as much as our light, and just know that it's always for a reason that's for your purposeful good. The next card is a call from your soul, which is more the subconscious aspects of your mind. And this one is called All Paths Lead Home. Now, this is G19 in the colour mirrors system. It's Om, and Om is the place in between words. It's that deep place within which you can connect up to your future self, your soulful self, and the silence and peace and quiet within an uncluttered mind. So this is about you listening to your intuition. So your soul wants you to start listening to your intuition, your inner authority, and to turn your gaze within. Now, this is really, really important that you do that. It's about, sort of switching up your spiritual practice. Don't do things the same way, and start your day from a place of connectedness as opposed to a place of chaos. When we've got lots of things going on in our lives, sometimes we can lose that sense of connection to source, and we can then go on and end up creating some quite tumultuous events around us, and sometimes they can be really difficult to navigate. So again, it's saying, look, all paths lead home. So you need to kind of just remember that whatever events take place within your life, it's always leading you to exactly the same point anyway. And then the message, which is the bridge energy, which is a message from your higher self, comes through as fall into my arms. And this is surrender, really, more than anything else. Fall into my arms is very significant because it relates to this bottle called Serenity in the colour mirrors system, which is coral over blue lilac. And it's about only when we really surrender into the fact that everything is perfect, nothing happens that's not in divine alignment with love. So we don't have to try and control things when we know that. But it's also about recognizing that you have to embrace the dark and the light aspects of your life. It also brings in this energy of duality, which is, surrendering into the fact that things aren't always going to be good, but when things are bad, there's always a lesson to be learned from that. So the Arcturians want you to know that February is going to be, and especially the first 2 weeks of February, it's going to be quite challenging. It's not going to be roses in the garden. It's not going to be peaches and cream and rainbows and lollipops. It's going to be a time of looking at duality within your own life and learning to embrace the dark and the light aspects and knowing that it's all perfect anyway. So hopefully that's made sense for you today. I'll be back in a couple of weeks' time to give you some more Starseed Oracle insights from your star family. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.